I will be explaining the game to you all. This game is based on murder mystery, but I added a few more things, like controllers and parasites. There will be many rounds. Each round will be auto-resetted, but controllers can reset the round manually. And of course, this definitely includes death and gore, so controllers can delete players, reset the round, start another round, and some other unknown stuff. Parasites. Parasites are basically just parasites. They don't count in the game, but can still appear in it. They're basically immortal. The god of death. They're immortal. You'll see them in the graveyard mostly. Murderers. The murderers are just the ones who try to kill the victims or survivors. The murderers will be picked random each round. The victims or survivors. These victims get weapons each round to attack the murderer, but they need to guess who the murderer is, or they will kill another survivor. Controller's assistant. The name itself is self-explanatory. Cameraman. They set up cameras to find people's information. Traitor. Can betray both sides, victim and murderer. Basically neutral and would still win along. Cloner. The name itself is also self-explanatory. Protector. They are only able to protect one player away from the murderer. They aren't able to protect themselves. Spectator. Basically, this role is similar to the parasite's role, but the problem is, well, they're not parasites. They're the ghosts that were already dead before the game got created. How'd they get into the game? Let's save that story for another day. Disqualified or deleted. This isn't really a rule, but I'm sure I don't need to explain this, right? Basically, just the people who got deleted just because they didn't murder or they did something to piss off the controllers. The point of me saying something about this is because I forgot to say disqualified people are able to access the Crystal Cove whenever they want. The guides. They are gods or goddesses who are powerful, but just not as powerful as the controllers. They are just like what the title sounds like. They guide the players through the game, though each one of them can only guide one. You have to ask me which person they have to guide. The leader of the guides is Althea. Now that I've explained enough about the game, I will be talking about more fun facts about it. The game originally was going to have 3 rounds. That's why the early OG MysteryVerse didn't have a time limit. The game was made in 1970. Yet the other controllers weren't actually controllers yet until the early 2000s. Back then, the game was not as deadly as it is now. There are some players that were in the game since 1970, but most are in the game since 2021. Some players that were from 1970 knew that they were in the game since the start, yet the ones that are from 2021 do not. The delete button originally did not exist. Passive has planned on making the game ever since before her death. And that is basically all.